Hey guys, I hope you're having a good week out there. So this video is a little different for several reasons. I'm in a new location because my casa is having some plumbing issues, so we are out at a hotel now. As you can see, we had to make do because when you don't have plumbing and you cannot put anything, not wash your hands, not cook, not do laundry, not do anything, it kind of puts you in a bind. So lots going on. I'm gonna get into more of the inside emotional head stuff, and when you're persevering and trying to push through tackling an obstacle or a goal in front of you. So kind of gonna go into that a little bit and just kind of share with you guys what's going on with my diet and weight loss. Just wanted to share some stuff that I've been thinking about that maybe some of you out there can relate to, or are, feeling a kind of way about the struggle that sometimes you go through with all this weight loss and everything. And I feel like in those things it's better to share, because if I'm struggling with it, then maybe someone else is as well. And it's something that we can help each other through and, lean on one another, because I really, the whole point of this channel is together we can be our best selves, because it's hard to diet alone and it's hard to go through the whole process or any change alone. And it's helpful when other people who are going through what you're going through, can share similar struggles or similar successes, and just have an open community where we're supporting each other and trying to bring a little positive in what can sometimes be hard and every now and then negative on self. And so it's really good to have somebody else to be like, don't get down on yourself, like, I get it, I've been there, you're gonna get through it, we've got each other, that kind of stuff. So let's dive in and kind of get on this diatribe I'm about to go on. One of the hard things when you're doing this is, pushing yourself and succeeding and dealing with that time of building the strength, of losing the weight, of, time in itself is what it takes. And sometimes we want to rush that process. That's why so many of us get lost in those quick fixes, or, the yo-yo dieting, because we're like in search of that quick fix to get us in shape and get us toned and get us skinny. But really, to do it healthy, to do it the right way, it takes time. You got to change your eating habits. You've got to change the outside as well as the inside, the mind, everything. It's a whole transition of self. And, that's something you can't really rush, even though sometimes I know very well how we would love to be able to rush that, because quite frankly, it's difficult sometimes. It's hard to accept that it takes time. And one of those things too is building strength and muscles, and being able to tackle obstacles that you put in front of yourself. Recently, this past weekend, I was lucky enough to go to this beautiful house to celebrate dear friends Susie and Joey's bachelor and bachelorette party. They were part of their bridal party, all wonderful, great, sweet people, and it was such a good time and had a lot of fun. And one of the things that they had at this house in the backyard, they had like a huge backyard. It was just gorgeous, and like just nature everywhere, the birds in the morning. It was a very beautiful backyard. And they had a zip line, and they had this rope bridge, which I will put the picture right here for you, as you can see. This fun little rope climb swing. And of course I had to do it and try to get up there. So the first day we tried to tackle it, and at first I wasn't going nowhere. Now, the thing with these rope climbs are it's just not something I've ever been able to do. I've not been able to do a pull-up. My arm strength has just not ever been there, but it's something I'm working on. I'm actually doing the pull-up machine at Planet Fitness to try to help build that strength, because it's cool. It's like this pad that you put your knees on, and you put it to a weight so that it can like hold you, and then that way you have less pressure that you're pulling up with your arms, but it's teaching your muscles those skills. And then slowly but surely you lower the amount of weight so that it's more of you doing the pulling and less of the machine. It's actually a really cool thing that I hadn't seen at any other gym until this one. And I'm really excited to use it because I've always wanted to do a pull up and just never have. And I really want to get back into aerial arts. And a lot of that is trapeze bars and pulling yourself up on those silks, which when I did the class, I was able to do the tricks on them, but I wasn't really able to like climb up it. So that's always something that I've struggled with. And then they had this rope knotted thing at the place that we went to in Santa Barbara, and I really wanted to do it. So, I at first attempt got like one rung up, went nowhere. Okay, kind of laughed it off, recentered. Okay, I'm gonna give it another try. Got a few more rungs, not great, came back down. As determined as all get out, went for it, and actually made it up to one rung before the top, which for me was so exciting and so big of an accomplishment. But it still wasn't enough. I wanted that extra rung. And then, a couple days later, after like one day of rest, the next day after that, I was ready to tackle it again and see if I could actually get to the top rung. So, tried, almost had it. Like, it was one from the top, and I was determined. And I know looking back on it, I could have totally made it had I not gotten into my own head for what I'm about to tell you, which is kind of leading to this whole week's video. But because I tried a few more times after that, and I know that I had enough strength for those, I could have probably finished it out if I would have just pushed hard enough. So I saw a little bit of blood from my finger on a wound that had opened up from cooking dinner the night before. And unfortunately, I didn't know that it was coming from my finger, so I was like, oh my god, where's this blood coming from? And it got in my head and made me second guess my ability to do it. And then I wasn't able to do it. I was so bummed, though, that I didn't get up there because I was literally one rung away again, and I felt that I could have done it this time. And then I did try it a few more times after that, and I used all my strength that I could muster, and I was like sitting on it and like wrapping it so that it was like in my elbow, the rope, so I could kind of give myself a break and like kind of rest those arms, like way a rock climber does when they're going up. You find a certain position and you rest one arm, shake the other arm, rest it out. But it just wasn't working. I tried and I tried and I tried. I tried so long until the point where I literally had no more strength left in my body to pull myself up, because I've got a lot of weight to pull up. This is no joke. It's like an whole extra person on my person that I'm trying to work towards losing, and I'm getting there slowly but surely, but it takes time. And so pulling all that weight up is something that's not super easy for me, and that's something I'm working on with my arm strengthening and all that. But I was like, my arms started to cramp, and they were like all in here. You can kind of see it. They were rug burned and bruised and cut up, and like literally they were like cramped like this, and my legs were so beaten and bruised it was like hard to walk. So luckily Tim helped me get upstairs, and I just kind of like sat for a minute and chilled because my arms were literally like cramping in the worst pain because I had just tried my butt off. And the worst part is that I didn't make it, and I felt that if I just didn't get in my head that first time with the blood, then I could have powered through and I could have done it. And I kept trying to shake everything off in the attempts after that and just focus and hear the sounds of nature and just focus on the rope and focus on me and get up that rope one rung from the top, and I just couldn't quite do it. And I know that if I would have had another day or two, I don't live up there, it's not my house, but I feel like if I would have had another day or two, I really could have accomplished that, because I'm very big right now on setting goals for myself and seeing them through to the end. But I just also have to accept that sometimes I'm still limited, and it's just not punishing yourself for that, but instead acknowledging how far I've come. And the fact that I could even get up to almost one rung from the top, even though I was angry at myself, even though I was being hard on myself in the moment, and damn it, why couldn't I just power through? Why couldn't I just get out of my own head, get out of my own way and accomplish this, just because it's mind over matter. And I really, I lost train of thought because I got stuck on the blood, and I Shouldn't have done that. It was just a little cut. It was just a little spot, but it triggered something in my head, and it made me feel like I wasn't strong enough to do it. And I need to power through the fact that I am strong enough to do it. I just have to keep trying. And if I can't quite do it this time, that I'm just going to keep working harder, keep building that strength so that next time I can do it with ease. And just have to understand that sometimes my limitations are there, but it's not something that's going to be limitations for long. It's just a temporary one that as long as I keep working hard, keep strengthening my arms, keep strengthening my core, everything, total body strengthening, I will one day be able to get to that top rung and ring that bell and accomplish every single goal I set out to. I just have to keep focused on my mind and power through the best I can, because I know that I'm strong enough to do it. I just have to believe in myself and not let little things deter me from my goals. And that's something that I wanted to share because I think that that's important for everybody going through any kind of change or trying to reach a goal, especially with weight loss, that, sometimes you might struggle or sometimes you might not accomplish it the first time around, but it doesn't mean you won't. There's definitely room to grow and to get stronger and to succeed and to reach every single goal you put in front of yourself. It's about working each day towards that and not giving up, and just knowing that even if you're not able to do it today doesn't mean you won't be able to do it tomorrow. You just got to keep trying and keep pushing yourself, and one day you will get there. You will make it. You will ring that bell and you will accomplish every single goal that you put in front of yourself. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today. I really hope that maybe I can even inspire one person out there to, not give up. And even though when it's hard and when you're struggling and when literally every ounce of you is cramping and doesn't feel like you're going to be able to do it and wants to get down on you when you want to get down on yourself for not succeeding right then, and taking more time and feeling frustrated in the moment of you just wanting to be healthy, be fit, be thin, be whatever right here and now, that you will get there. Don't give up. It's a struggle and it's hard ass work, but you've got this. You just have to believe in yourself, and I believe in you. And I am here if you want to leave a comment below if you're struggling, or if you, maybe you have a tip on how to keep focused on those goals, how to clear out the mind, how to, trust in the fact that you can accomplish it. Please leave that comment as well. I'd love to hear from you because I really believe together we can be our best selves. It's hard work doing this alone, but when you have someone to lean on, it makes it a little bit easier. And that's really what I want this to be, is a community open to help one another and to lean on each other. So I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're working hard and accomplishing all the goals that you set for yourself. And if you're not accomplishing them today, I hope you're still working hard to accomplish them tomorrow, because you've got this. I believe in you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and your likes if you like this one. I know it's a little bit different, more just kind of like diatribe style, but I hope you still enjoyed it, and hopefully even if it helped one of you out there, that's all that's important to me. I want to share the struggles that I'm going through because I feel like others of you might be feeling the same way, and sometimes it helps to know you're not alone. So thank you so much. Bye, y'all.